So we're going to pick up where we left off earlier. So this is H composite F, which means I'm going to put F inside of H. So the first thing I need is H, which is 5x plus 4. So H is 5x plus 4. And I am going to take F and put it inside of H. And F is 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. So that is me putting F in H. And then we're going to do what the order of operations would be, which is to distribute the 5. So when I distribute the 5, we're going to have 15 x squared minus 10x minus 40, and then there's a plus 4, and then we're going to combine like terms. So we have 15x squared minus 10x minus 36. And that is it. So that is what H composite F of x would be. All right. So then when I give you something like this, there are two ways to do it. One way would be to do what we just now did and then substitute 3 into our answer. But there's actually something easier. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the number I gave you, which in this particular problem is the number 3, and I'm going to substitute 3 into H. So I am going to do H of 3. So if I do H of 3, that would be the function H, which is 5x plus 4. So I'm going to substitute 3 into H, and that means that what I'm going to get is 19. Then I'm going to take the 19, which is the result I got, and I am going to substitute it into G. So I'm going to do G of 19. So I'm going to write down G, which is negative 2 times 19 plus 3. And so G of 19 is negative 38, negative 35. Which means if I would have done the original problem, which was G composite H using the number 3, I would have gotten negative 35, but the way I did it is faster and easier. So, on the next one, I am going to take the negative 1, and I am going to put the negative 1 in H. So H of negative 1 is 5 times negative 1 plus 4. So H using negative 1 would get me a negative 1 in this case. Then I'm going to take that result, which just happens to be negative 1 again, and I'm going to take that result and I'm going to put it in J. So J of negative 1, J using negative 1 would give me negative 2 times negative 1 quantity squared plus 7 times negative 1 minus 8. And if you type that in your calculator correctly, and that is you use parentheses where you wrote parentheses, and you hit enter, your answer, I'm going to do it in my head, negative 2, negative 10 will be negative 17, I believe, if I do it in my head correctly. So if we would have taken the composite, J composite H using negative 1, we would have gotten negative 17. So we're going to do F composite J using 2. So we're going to take the number 2, and we're going to put it into the function J. So the function J, so J using 2, evaluating it for the number 2, would be negative 2 squared, plus 7 times 2 minus 8. That is the function J with 2 substituted in. So I think when you calculate that on your calculator, if you type that in exactly the way you did on So exactly the way you wrote it, using your calculator, you make sure you have a -2 here and a -8 here. That would be -8, -8, -16. That would give you -2, I believe, for an answer. Then we're going to take that result of -2. We're going to take that result of -2 and we're going to put it in F. So we're going to do F of -2. And if we do F of -2, F is 3 -2 squared minus 2 times -2 minus 8. And when we use -2 in F, we would get 12 plus 4 is 16 minus 8. We get 8. So had we done what we were supposed to do, which was F composite J of 2, we would have gotten 8. Okay? And the last one, H composite F of -2. So we're going to take the value of -2 and we're going to evaluate the function F with -2. So we're going to write the function F evaluating at -2. F is, what is F? 3x squared. So 3 -2 squared minus 2 times -2 minus 8, which we actually just did. We get 8 on that. We get F of -2 is 8. Then we're going to take the result, which was 8, and we're going to take our result, which was 8, and put it right here, which would be H of 8. And H is 5x plus 4. So 5 times 8 plus 4. So H of 8 would get us 44. So had we done what we were supposed to do, which was H composite F using a -2, we should have gotten a 44. It just so happens that this problem right here is H of F of x. So if I take H of F of -2, that would give me 15 times -2 squared minus 10 times -2 minus 36. So that's 4 times 15, which is 60, plus 20 minus 36, which would have been 80, minus 36, which would have been 44, which is the answer I got over there. So you could do these problems one of 2 ways. You could do the problems the way I showed you to do it, or you could take this right here and do it as if it was an X, get your answer as if it is an X, and then plug the number in. Or it's easier just to plug the number in my personal opinion, but you can do what you wish on that. Okay, that's it, my friends. That's the end of this video. If you have any questions, let me know, or ask in class, or email me. Thanks, guys.